Well, that happened. Welcome back to Wrestling Renaissance. My name is TJ Leo.
And I'm Cole 2K.
And we are both, I'm assuming, shocked at the results of the Elimination Chamber.
Maybe.
We will
Maybe
see.
not.
We will see. This is the WWE Elimination Chamber Results Show, 2025 edition. And, whew, that was a show.
It was a show.
It existed.
very eventful.
Very, very eventful. So on today's show, we're going to review the show, go over all the results, go over our predictions, see where we landed. Oh, yeah. Let me break that bad boy out here. Hi, Dante. How are you? Yeah, gotta represent. Wait. Wrong shoulder. There we go.
There you go.
Gotta be able to see it. All right. Got to defend my predictions championship. We'll see how things turned out. I wasn't even thinking about the predictions that we made because, wow, it was just so entertaining. Okay,
yeah, the predictions kind of seemed secondary to the night.
It really did
from the very beginning to the end.
Yeah, let's not get into any specifics, but let's just say, from a top-down view, what we thought of the show. Maybe give the whole show. Well, we'll keep the rating for the end of the show.
Okay.
But general thoughts. Produced well. How was the crowd? What do you think?
Well, from the American side of the border.
The
beginning was definitely. I had seen that happen in the last month or so on videos,
sports teams,
Twitter, BlueSky, or whatever, right? But actually seeing it happen live like that was kind of embarrassing. Kind of.
For you as
shocking.
An American, or for the crowd?
For me as an American.
For you as an American.
It's
Gotcha.
like, wow, that's what a lot of countries think of us right now.
Yeah, it's tough, right? Because it's like, I'm Canadian, just for full disclosure, I guess is the best way of putting it. If I haven't mentioned that before on the show, it's tough. I get people's frustration. The general feeling, I would say, up here is we're over it at this point. Not to get too deep into politics, but we're over it, So I get people's frustrations. Do I necessarily agree that booing the country's national anthem is the right thing to do? I think that's hard to say because, yes, it's a way of protesting what's going on right now, but at the same time, it's kind of rude. And it's not like we're sitting here hating American people.
Yeah,
we're hating what's going on in the leadership of the country, especially when it's affecting us as much as it is. And
you are putting a performer in a really uncomfortable and bad spot.
Yeah.
Performer doing. I mean, my opinion. I mean, and whether it's wrestling, whether it's baseball might be a little bit different, but just because both teams are from there. WWE is a global company, right?
Yes.
They don't need to be playing the American national anthem in another country.
I completely agree. Just I don't understand it.
Do the national anthem of the country that you're in.
Yes.
As
absolutely.
a honor, and not necessarily as an honor, but as a gesture, as a thank you to that country for hosting your event.
Yeah, so, I completely agree. When they go to Australia, same thing. When they go to wherever, and to be fair, the anthem wasn't played on television. I don't think, was it?
Yes.
Was it?
It was on the pre-show, I think.
The pre-show. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
it wasn't on the pay-per-view. Because I did not see it, but we'll get into more specifics of that in a little bit because there's some things that should be said. But I feel bad for Americans. I feel bad for everybody right now. Just the crap that's going on. It's embarrassing. But yeah, like that is that I hope that is one of the. I mean, I don't hope that, but like, I think that's probably one of the first times a lot of Americans are gonna start to realize truly. Like I think most Americans are not stupid, and they know that the rest of the world kind of looks at them and goes, like, what's happening? Like what and probably that for a fairly long period of time, I would say. But this is kind of the point where the line has been crossed, and now, like you said, like you felt it for the first time. You're like, oh, I'm embarrassed, to be an American. That's not good. That's not to a certain demographic. I'm sure there's tons of people out there that disagree with us wholeheartedly.
Yeah. There's a lot of them that'll say, I don't give a F what anybody else thinks of us.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, well, you should. You're supposed to be.
I mean, and to a certain extent, I may feel like that too, but not to where, you on a world stage like that, you've got people booing a song just because it's associated with America. That's kind of...
Yeah, that's when things are not in a good place.
Yeah.
That being said, though, I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see moving forward if, like, when they go to... Like, have they announced any international shows other than Toronto for 2025 yet? France, right.
Clash in Paris or something like that.
Yes, Clash in France, Clash in Paris. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see if they will boo the American national anthem, because it might be a Canadian thing because of the tariffs. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's definitely started out on a sour note, I would say, for a lot of people. But the show itself, I thought, was well produced. There was only a couple of hiccups and a couple of criticisms that I'll end up giving as we talk about the results of the show. Thought the crowd was pretty good. They were there for the good moments. They were a little quiet, at times, but they really came out of the woodwork when it meant something, and that's good. I'm not a fan. I got to say this just in general. This is not something specific for the Elimination Chamber, but I'm getting tired of the lazy set.
I miss the lazy set.
Just the angled entrance, and then just the lazy bullpen entrance. Give me a stage. I want a stage.
I guess, but I guess they like the full scale visibility.
That's true, and it's more seating
for the big events like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they do it for Mania, so I'm as long as they don't start doing that for Mania, then I'm fine. And I'm sure it's less work for the crew and everything. It's so. But I do miss the.
I just don't want them doing it for, like, I don't know. Well, Vengeance Day is NXT, but having the big ornate custom sets for B grade PLE.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with them doing it for, let's do it for SummerSlam. Let's do it for Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble. Let's do it for those, But for I don't know. I'm just bored. I'm bored of the stages. Also, they didn't do the raised walkway like they did at the Rumble. That was a little disappointing. I was like, oh, I liked that. That was kind of cool. Okay. Well, overall, though, happy with the show. Very happy with the show.
Very happy with the show.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the actual results and give some more specifics and stop beating around the bush.
Yeah.
The first match of the night was the Women's Elimination Chamber. We had Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, and Bailey. Thank you. I knew I was forgetting somebody. And let's do what we did with the Royal Rumble. We have a lot of prop bets and a lot of stuff like that. So let's go through those bets first. Let's do the prop bets, and then let's do the winner, and then we'll discuss the whole thing as a whole.
All right. So for the first two entrants, we both went with the current story that was going on. We both picked Bailey and Roxanne. They threw us a swerve. And they went with another current story that I guess we didn't consider it. You kind of considered what the outcome of the first two being in there was.
Yeah,
But in no way would I have ever thought,
that's
and
how
I
he
don't
would
know if that's how
start.
you thought, she was going to get involved.
No, I did. I did
Um,
not predict that she was going to be here at all. I thought that they would wait until SmackDown and do it. Um, I thought that if they were going to do a run-in, that it would be Nikki Cross coming out from underneath
okay.
the chamber and screwing with Alexa. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It was Liv and Naomi were the
Liv and
first two.
Naomi. Yeah,
Liv and Naomi. Um, the first elimination, you picked Bailey, I picked Roxanne, and it was Naomi, obviously,
yeah.
which we will kind of
Technically,
get into. Yeah, technically. Um,
who was the
yeah,
first after her? Who was the second?
Bailey. Bailey was the first one pinned.
Bailey.
Roxanne, I think it was, no, it was Liv that pinned her, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Okay,
Um,
so we're 0 for 0.
the last elimination, we had Liv.
Hmm.
No, the last to enter. We
Last
both
to
had
enter.
Liv. We thought Liv was going to be able to skate by until the end. Nope.
We're
Nope.
0 for 3 so far.
That would have been Alexa. Miss Alexa Bliss was the last one.
Wow, crazy.
Last eliminated. We both thought Liv was going to hang around till the end, and she did.
Yeah, makes sense.
And we both thought she was going to be eliminated by Bianca, and she was. So Bianca was the winner.
Right. So then, what's our point totals from that? I don't remember what the allocations
we both got 2 points for the prop bets.
Right.
You had Bianca for 2. I had Bianca for 3.
Oh snap! Takes the early
So
lead.
2, 1 and 1, and I had 3, 1 and 1.
5-4, I think.
So let's talk about the match.
Let's talk about the match. So as you alluded to, yeah, it started off with Liv and Naomi, who were literally about to start wrecking each other after the bell rang, and before they could close the cage door, out comes Jade Cargill, making her long-awaited return, looking like a beast as she always does.
I don't know if
Enters
she
the room.
slimmed up, she trimmed up, or whatnot, but
Yeah,
she
looks
looks even more jacked than she did before.
Yeah, it's crazy. She's in great shape. She comes in and everyone is. I wouldn't say everyone. I would say everyone was expecting what she was going to do, but the way that the production made it look like it was that she was going to go after Liv, and Liv looked like she was terrified. But at the last second, Jade turns and starts beating the holy hell out of Naomi.
Just came in beast mode.
Just absolutely destroyed her and looked good doing it, I will say. Like it didn't like you can have monster attacks that come in and you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, but this was good. She wrecked her. You know, she slammed her into the pods. She gave her like a big boot, and then she slammed her head in the sliding cage door to the chamber. Crazy. Looked great. I thought Jade was going to stay in the chamber for a second.
I was wondering if they were going to let her replace Naomi.
Yeah, but then she walked away.
I was wondering if the bell had rung, because why would they ring the bell with the cage door still open?
Yeah, that was stupid. That's the only thing that I was a little bit like shady on. I was like, if the bell rang, well, yeah, why did it take so long for the cage door to close? It's like you could have had that closed a mile ago.
Yeah, for the music to start playing, and then for her to walk a little bit fast down to the ring.
Yeah, like none of the refs were like, "Oh shit, close the cage." It's like,
okay, close the cage. Just can't get in.
No, yeah. So that was a little,
I don't think it necessarily gave it away. I didn't think she was going to come out and beat Liv down. But the fact that both Naomi and Bianca were wearing all white and Jade came out wearing black, that kind of made me think, oh, she's going to go for Naomi.
Yeah. one thing that I caught, and I don't know if you caught it either, but I think my prediction of we're gonna get Jade involved in the main event is, I think I'm bang on. And there's one reason for that, is that during the beatdown that Jade was giving Naomi, commentary was very careful not to say, "Oh my God, it was actually Naomi." They kept saying, "Well, this seems to infer that Jade thinks it's Naomi," which means it's not Naomi. It's Bianca. It's totally Bianca.
Very well could be.
It's totally. Jade's gonna do something on SmackDown. She's gonna get interviewed, and they're gonna be like, "So you think? So it's Naomi?" And she's gonna be like, "Yeah, I saw brown hair and black skin, and like all these little subtle things that could be mistaken for Bianca." And that's exactly what's gonna happen. Bianca's gonna be the traitor.
Maybe she wanted to come out and beat both of them down, but she couldn't get Bianca because Bianca was locked up.
Maybe.
And
she didn't even look at Bianca at any point though, which I thought was interesting. She completely ignored Bianca. So I'm pretty confident that this is a red herring, and Naomi's going to be like written off TV for a couple of weeks, and then she's going to come back and be like, "It wasn't me," and here's proof. And then they're gonna show footage of Bianca beating the shit out of her, and that because it doesn't make sense. Because
more newfound footage.
More newfound footage. Yeah, maybe it was footage from the car that she got slammed on. There's going to be like a dash cam in there, and that's how they're going to get the footage.
Dash cam from the video.
Yeah. Like that's totally what they're going for here. Because I mean, what would you rather see? Jade, Rhea, and Bianca in a triple threat, or Jade and Naomi, and then separately Bianca and Rhea? Like, I don't want to see Jade and Naomi. Like, who gives a shit? I mean,
Jade and Naomi would be a match that you would put on SmackDown before WrestleMania.
Yeah. So you might as well. They even may make it a fatal four-way. It might be Jade, Naomi, Bianca, and Rhea in a fatal four-way.
What about Io?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with her.
I know.
She's still a mystery. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. We're recording this on Sunday.
Yes.
Just as a disclaimer, so we have not seen Raw yet.
Yeah, normally we wait until midweek after, but after this one, we kind of wanted to get our opinions out there, and
so much to say.
A lot to say,
yeah. So yeah, that's where I think it's going. Either a triple threat or a fatal four-way. It's tough. You know, if they do a triple threat, it makes total sense that Bianca did it, because then they'll have a heel in that match. Otherwise,
Bianca, through Jade finding out that Bianca was behind it too, Bianca's a heel in the match.
That's what I mean. Like, Bianca's a heel.
Yeah.
So like, because there's no, like, if it ends up being just a triple threat between Jade, Bianca, and Rhea, they're all faces. So it's got to be Bianca's a heel. Like, there's no reason to turn Jade heel, and there's no reason they can. I mean, not that there's no reason to, but Rhea can't be a heel. she's too over to be a heel. So, yeah. Well, it was some highlights from the match here. It was a great match overall. I thought they had some great moments. Nothing like over the top, I noticed. Like, they didn't have anyone crash through the pods. I don't even think they had anyone climb to the top of the pods in the women's match. Yes, they did have
Bianca and Liv. When Liv whipped...
Bianca whipped, yeah. That was nasty. That's right.
That was harsh. Yeah, that was rough.
That welt on her, she was bleeding. Yep. I was like, holy moly.
Off her stomach and on her back.
It whipped right around her. Yeah, that was nasty. People in the audience that were there said it was the loudest crack they've ever heard. Like, it was like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Good call. Yeah, I completely forgot about that part. Perez looked good in this match as well.
She looked good.
Yeah. Um, I would say the only thing that didn't come out of this match looking great was Alexa. She kind of just she was there. Actually,
I
Bailey
mean,
didn't look good in this match. That's a whole other thing.
Bailey didn't look bad.
No, no one looked bad, but like I don't know, man. Like Alexa, I don't understand the way they're booking Alexa. I mean, it's obviously heading towards the White Six for something, but
Yeah.
she kind of just doesn't have anything. She's like she came back with all this pizzazz at that entrance, and then didn't really do anything in the Rumble, and then you know
I mean,
won to get in the Chamber, and that's it.
she's okay. I mean, yeah, she's okay in the ring. Uh, a lot of the talent that's come up and has been there for the time that she's been out. Have kind of surpassed what, yeah, have kind of surpassed what she was.
That's true.
And she's not very intimidating with her size, so that kind of is a disadvantage to her.
Yeah, when she was fighting Perez in the Chamber, I was like, oh, they're like identical. They're exactly the same size. Holy moly! Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Can't think of anything else about the match itself. It was great. It was well paced.
It was a great
Some
match.
Good spots.
Really good match.
Yeah. At the end, after Bianca won, she came out and Rhea Ripley met her at the entrance, and then Io also came out and met them both of them and was like, "Hey, I'm still here too."
Now, for me, it was kind of not concerning, but after Naomi got taken out and the way Bianca was acting, and then after her cage opened up and she tried to get out of the chamber to go to Jade and Naomi, after all that, I was a little disappointed that she wasn't acting a little more worried about them after she won.
Yeah, me too. I thought she was going to like run out of the ring and go to the back immediately, but she just kind of celebrated as if she was separated from that again.
Yeah, and just like it didn't happen.
It's like she completely forgot by the end of the match. Oh, I'm going to WrestleMania. Screw Naomi. Yeah. That does give me a little pause that there won't be any Jade follow up, but I'm still pretty confident that Bianca was the one behind this and not Naomi. But
now, is it going to be on? Well, it'll be on SmackDown probably.
When Jade returns
and should be, yeah.
Talks about, I can't imagine that she won't be on SmackDown this week. I will say it's very weird to have a pay-per-view, and this pretty much happens on most Elimination Chamber pay-per-views, but to not have Gunther or Rhea on the show is kind of weird.
I noticed. I mean, I know he's not a champion, but there was no Jay. There was no Yeet.
Yeah, no Yeet. He didn't even show up. He just wasn't there. He did show up. He was in a prepaid, not prepaid, pre-recorded advertisement of some sort. WWE World, the WWE World Las Vegas advertisement. Yeah. But yeah, very odd not to see him there. I think a lot of people in the crowd probably were a little disappointed that he didn't show up in some capacity. But
it was definitely an A+ show with not having to listen to Yeet. Yes, he's right.
Gunther is just not showing up a whole lot in general. I feel like he's just as part-timey as Roman is. Like he just shows up when it's when there's something to do. I guess they're just not giving him enough to do. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about the match. I would give it. I'd give it an 8.
I would give it an 8 too.
Yeah, it was great. It was
really good.
All right, the next match on the card was the tag team match between WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. I don't have too much to say about this match. It did exactly what I thought it was going to do, which was, it was just hey, make Tiffy look good. Hey, it's for the hometown crowd. Hey, let's make everyone feel good with a good face win. and
Yep.
it
It was
was solid.
match. It was a match to put Tiffany over as a babyface.
Yeah, yeah. I think it
Pair
did its
with the
job and nothing more.
yep.
So,
Couple spots. The attempt at a spine buster on Naya
ooh, yeah, that didn't.
was
Yeah,
not as much lift on that as you
no.
might want, but
It was more like a turn buster.
yeah.
Yeah, wasn't
Well, I
great.
mean, it was a good match.
Yeah, I mean, it was better than any SmackDown or Raw match typically that you get, where it's just like, hey, let's put a tag team match together. Like it was good.
Trish took a lot of the punishment and
Yep.
to build up the hot tag to Tiffany, and she got a pretty big pop when she got the hot tag. So it was definitely served the purpose to get Tiffany high on the babyface meter.
Yeah, the only highlight that I can remember during the match was the super stratisfaction off the top rope.
Yeah, which set up the
prettiest moonsault.
prettiest moonsault ever yet. But yeah, I mean, leading into that match just wasn't into the story, into the build up of it. It was just kind of the throwaway match.
Yeah, it was
It's kind of a rough way to put it.
Yeah, it was to split up two hot matches from each other, basically.
Yep.
So yeah, Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus won. I will say I'm.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm surprised that they still haven't done the pink strap yet for Tiffy.
You think it's because Charlotte's going to beat her, and there'll be no use in doing it?
That came to mind. Honestly, was like,
I hope
why
not.
bother? I know. But the only other thing I thought I have on that is they don't want to give away the winner of the match, so they're waiting until after Mania. That's my thought.
Yeah.
Because if they give her a pink strap now, then it's like, oh well, there's no way they're going to give her a pink strap just to lose it in 6 weeks. But yeah, we'll see.
Then again, she has been champion for 2 months already, right?
Yeah, I know they could have done it already.
Could have done it already.
Yeah, a little suspicious. We'll see. Yeah, how'd we do on predictions? I think we both called that match.
Yep, we both called this right. Both thought there was no chance they'd lose, so we both bet 4.
Right.
Maximum
points.
To say. Maximum points. Maximum match points. 4.
So, what's the score then?
I don't know. I'm not adding it up yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. We added it up.
Wait till the end.
That's right, sir. Okay. The next match was Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned match. They turned down the lights for this match. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh yeah.
They made it almost like an NXT match, which I thought was cool. Didn't really need the ref in a sweatshirt and sweatpants, though. I think that was a little overdoing it.
It wasn't a sweatshirt. It was a schmedium.
A schmedium.
It was
a
a
schmedium
schmedium.
schmetter.
It was a schmedium shirt.
They also removed the WWE logo from the turnbuckles. I saw it too.
They had covered them.
Covered them? Okay.
They had covered them. Yeah. Reason I noticed is when they did that first ref bump and Sammy sent the ref into the
did
corner.
It come off?
The one on the bottom came off, yeah. So you could see it underneath.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. That's funny.
Yeah.
Did they cover the advertising?
They did not cover the advertising. No.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so the presentation was very unique, very interesting.
They had to present it as non-WWE sanctioned. So
yeah, which they've never done before. They've had unsanctioned matches before, but they've never like covered the logo and
not like that. No.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Or if they have, it's been a long time.
Long time. Yeah. Because the last unsanctioned match I can remember was Triple H and Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam. Or that may not have been unsanctioned. I don't know.
I looked it up today.
I know there was one after that.
The last couple that I can think of have been in NXT.
I
know it was during the 2.0 era. It was Ciampa versus Grayson Waller was one.
Yeah, I've got the list here. So the last one was, Grayson Waller versus Johnny Gargano in 2023.
Yeah, Gargano. And then the Ciampa versus Gargano was unsanctioned.
There was also Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly in 2021. Orton versus Big Show was unsanctioned at some point in 2020.
COVID time.
Okay. Drake Maverick versus Mike Kanellis was unsanctioned.
On 205 Live.
Oh my god!
I saw that one when I looked it up.
There's Gargano and Ciampa. I remember that match being amazing. That was the one where he won with the knee brace submission
across the face.
That was so good. Wait, Seth Rollins versus Triple H at WrestleMania 33 was unsanctioned?
Yeah, because he technically wasn't cleared because of his knee. Rollins.
Yeah, they didn't cover the logo in that match. Randy versus Shane McMahon in 2009.
That was the TV, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on Raw.
I think that's it, yeah.
Jericho versus Michaels, Unforgiven 2008. I think that was the one where he, got injured, his eye injured or whatever.
I think.
Oh, that was after. I think. And then Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, SummerSlam 2002. All right. Cool. Well, this match was amazing.
It was.
This was a fantastic match. These two just brutalized each other. Having said that, though, I do have some nitpicks with this match, but it was great. It was absolutely great. How many highlights can we think of here? Let's see. There was the chair with the barbed wire, which they did a bunch of stuff on besides just smacking them with it. I think Sammy
drop toe hold on it.
Yeah, drop toe hold.
The drop toe hold,
and that looked great. They did that in slow mo, and his cheek went right into the chair, Kevin's cheek. It was.
And he sold it like it went straight through his eye.
Yeah, which that's one of my nitpicks is that he sold it for the rest of the match. So I'm not criticizing that. He did a great job of selling it for the rest of the match. Even at the end, he was doing this.
Yeah,
that was great. But no blood.
I was hoping for at least a trickle from that.
No blood. There should have been so much blood in this match, and we got nothing. I was very disappointed when there was no blood.
I'm sure there's a very good reason, or I'm sure there's a reason for that, which is a very good reason. And that was because of what happened later at the end of the show with blood.
Oh, yeah, you didn't want to overshadow it. Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
But still, with the stuff that they did,
there should have been blood.
You would have thought.
Here's the thing, right? It's if they knew that going into it, why did you use barbed wire? Should have just not used barbed wire, But they did headshots in this match, which I don't know if they're going to get fined for that or there was a couple of moments where I can't remember who did what to who because there was so much that happened in this match, but one of them threw a chair right at the other guy's head multiple times in the match. I think there was a trash can lid in the head, lots of unprotected headshots.
The bell, that one was protected, but they objects and got very close to head a lot.
Yeah. I would say the highlight of the match, as far as some of the crazier stuff they did, was Sammy's. I don't know what he calls the underhook suplex that he does. The underhook German. What is that called? He puts their head behind it. I can't. He has a name for it.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but he did that right into the barbed wire chair. I think it was, or maybe it was just a chair. It was just a chair.
Yeah, it was just a chair.
That was sitting.
It was in the seated position. Yeah.
Yeah, and that looked nasty.
Yeah.
Just nasty. The people in the crowd were just like, "Holy shit! What the hell are you doing, Kevin? What are you putting yourself through this?" And Kevin did his underhook fisherman suplex onto the chair.
Yep.
Holy shit! The sound that made.
Right on his shoulders, right?
Nasty.
Shoulder blades.
Just nasty. So good.
The blue bomb onto the bridge chair
Oh yeah,
with the barbed wire.
with the barbed wire. That was just
That did
you could
not
just
give at
feel it.
all.
Didn't give. Looked beautiful in
Blue,
a sadomasochistic way.
the blue thunder bombs through the tables.
Yeah, multiple tables that were set up in the crowd. That was cool.
Yep.
Got the first holy shit, this is awesome chance of the evening.
The stacked chairs that Kevin pushed Sammy onto over the corner turnbuckle, over the corner post.
You mean the stack tables?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stacked tables.
Yeah. Did the old somersault
Yep.
over the turnbuckle. That was nasty. And then the match ended with the two power bombs onto the apron.
2 apron power bombs. Yeah.
I feel like we're missing another big hit, big moment. There was a nice haluva kick that he was following Owens on. That one was cool. Owens was like running back, and they turned around, and Sammy was right there with the haluva. That was really good.
Yeah.
There was the avalanche brainbuster through the table.
Oh yeah.
That was the nasty one. Yeah, that was the one. Exploder suplex. Is that what he calls it?
Yeah, the
Exploder suplex. Oh no, wait, that's the one he does. Exploder suplex. Yeah, that's one. There's some trash can stuff. Man, there was a lot to this match. It was really good.
Talk about that clothesline on Charles Robinson.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Holy crap! He earned. He
let him have it.
Good
yes, he
night.
Did. Yeah, how many refs did they go through? 3, I think.
2.
2? Oh yeah, so there was the first ref who got taken out, and then Charles Robinson, and then
with haluva kick.
Yes, the haluva kick. The first guy got taken out by.
Charles Robinson got that sick ass clothesline.
Yeah, that was nasty.
I think that was the only time we saw him too, and he played dead for the rest of the match.
Yeah,
after they finally rolled him outside, he still laid down on the ground the whole time.
Yeah, it was nasty. Let's see what else. They had some stunners. Yeah, it was just a crazy match. Great match from top to bottom. I will say again, these are nitpicks because I mean I have to critique everything. You know, that's the whole point of this show. I can't let it go with a perfect score. No blood, that sucked. And then I thought the ending was a little weak compared to all the other stuff they were doing. You know, like the powerbomb in the apron is kind of a devastating move that has been used before, and they've used it in that way before. But I guess I didn't like it to be the end of the match for that. Like, I felt like that was something that you do after a match, not to win a match. I don't know.
Well, I mean, generally, in a regular match, something like that's not really going to end it.
Yeah, because it's on the outside.
Because it's on the outside, yeah.
Yeah, you roll someone in, they always kick out when you do something outside, right? So I was like, we could have done something better than that, especially after like some of the crazy moves they did. I'm like, holy shit, you know? I wanted a holy shit moment to end it, but we didn't really get a holy shit moment. We just kind of got a repeated beatdown, which is fine. It still hit great. The match was still amazing. The biggest takeaway from a positive standpoint I can give, and this is a twofold one, is Kevin Owens looks like a fucking star in this match. Like, I don't know what it is, but the facials, the moves, the looks he gives, the timing he had, dude was on fire.
He was. In
this match. He was on fucking point. He looked main event star level. I'm like, okay, this is the Owens that just blows my mind when he's in the ring. This is the main event. This is the guy that should be holding a title right now, type of Owens.
He does. He needs a belt.
Yeah, he needs a belt bad. Let's give this guy a belt, man. Like, he was amazing in this match. Like, so good. And he just looked like a badass. You know, when he was taking out the refs and stuff like that, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Dude, this is the So this goes back a ways, but like Kevin Owens to me, when he was introduced and when he was being brought up, I was like, he should be the next Stone Cold in terms of his character. He should be the guy that comes in, whoops your ass, and enjoys doing it, and the crowd gets into it. And that seems to be where they're building him right now, is like to this guy that just whoops everyone's ass, doesn't give a shit, and, you know, just wrecks people. And I love it. It suits him so much.
It does.
Also, he's in great shape. Can I just say that? He might be in the best shape of his life. He looks great. He's trimmed. He's fit. I mean, he's still got his Kevin Owens belly, but you know, there's only so much you can do about a belly once you've had it. It's kind of always going to be there. But he looks jacked. His face looks great. You know, he doesn't have that like the chubby cheeks face going on anymore. He's chiseled, man.
Yep.
Do it. He's on board. He knows he's in a good spot, so he's going for it. Anyway,
I didn't really like that the producers came down.
Yeah, it was supposed to be unsanctioned. Let them destroy each other. Like, what was that about? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Stupid. 100% agree. And the crowd were booing. It's like, like
once the match ends, then they can come down and try to get them to back off. But not during the match.
Yeah, I thought that was dumb too. I completely agree. But yeah, Kevin Owens won. And immediately after the match, Kevin decides to go back and attack Sami some more because he's not done. And Randy Orton makes
He pulled up the
in
the ring to try to give him a pile driver onto the
concrete. On the concrete, which wasn't even concrete. I noticed it was the raised stage.
Yeah,
so that was pretty funny. But yeah, before he could do that, Randy Orton makes his return to a huge ovation. The producers, or whatever you want to call them, security, separates him and Owens. Owens gets away, and then Orton RKO's half the security team.
And Randy slowly sauntered down to the ring.
Yeah. I guess to just enjoy the moment.
Just soak up the cheers.
Yeah. As always, Orton
looks even bigger than he did before.
He's huge, man. He's huge.
He's a monster.
I don't know. He does look a little roided. I'm not gonna lie.
He's had a lot of time to hit the gym the last.
He has
2.5 years.
But I don't know. He's kind of looking like old school Randy a little bit, little puffy, little steroid puffy. I wouldn't be surprised. And I also wouldn't be surprised if Triple H didn't care at this point. You know, taking over. He's like,
I'm sure
dudes.
They do, to some
I'm like,
point.
dude. Yeah, I think Vince was very, I don't know, afraid of that stuff after everything he'd gone through and with Benoit and like all that stuff. So he was like, yeah. You know, let's stop that. But as soon as Trips took over, he's like, dudes, just don't be stupid with it. You know, although it doesn't seem to be everybody. It seems like Orton might be the only one I can think of that looks a little too puffy. I'm trying to think of anyone else.
No, not really.
Maybe Braun. Braun's always looked a little odd. Yeah.
He slimmed down.
Braun, yeah. Braun's jacked now. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else we missed on this match? It was fantastic.
As far as just the match, not the aftermath. Rating, I would probably give it. Do I go a 9?
I know it's tough, right? Those two major points of the producers coming down for an unsanctioned match and no blood kind of take a little bit, and the ending for me. Yeah, I'm comfortable with an 8 just because of the ending. The ending really soured a little bit for me. I was like, oh, it's over. Okay, you should never have that reaction when it's over. Your reaction should be, wow, that was sick, that was awesome. Not, oh, it's over. Okay, cool.
Now, Yancey says in the chat that I should go for a 5 because Sammy was in it. while I don't disagree with that, because I'm not a big Sammy fan,
I'm gonna put my tag
had
down.
had Sammy won, I probably would have.
Yeah.
But Kevin won, so I go 8.
Also, I think my well, what was the predictions? How did we do on predictions? Let's go there first.
Predictions, we both picked KO.
Okay.
I was a little worried that Orton might come out and cost KO the win and have Sammy win, but I'm glad that didn't happen. But we both picked KO. You for 3, me for 2.
Gotcha.
So we basically got the other point back from the
from earlier
women's chamber match. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I think my prediction that I talked about on the show is pretty much spot on. I think Sammy's written off TV after this beatdown. Maybe he'll get shuffled into like an Intercontinental ladder match or something. But
I mean, we got 7 weeks until Mania.
Yeah. It's clearly going to be Kevin and Randy, but does Sammy fit in there somewhere, or does he just go off and I think he's just going to be written off TV. That's my theory.
I mean, you think realistically to have a match for Mania, you need should have a good 4-week build.
Mm-hmm.
That means 3 weeks off TV. At the most.
It wouldn't surprise me at all if Sammy was just gone and maybe makes an appearance, like a run-in during the match at Mania to try and help Orton.
True.
That I can see.
Yeah, I can see.
But if he does that, you'd have to assume that Kevin would lose, and I don't want him to lose. So I'm gonna hope that Kevin takes the win at Mania. But yeah, great match, good stuff. Next up, we had one thing I want to mention that we talked about a little bit earlier. Someone on commentary got a little nasty. That didn't go over too well with a bunch of people backstage and with the Canadian crowd. Good old Pat McAfee.
Oh, right there at the beginning of the show. With the
no, 3 separate times during the show he insulted the Canadian crowd for booing the American national anthem.
Oh yeah.
And even for me, the first time he said it, I was like, okay, sure, that's cool. You well, it's deserved. They booed your anthem. You're more than allowed to defend it. But then he said it 2 more times during the show, and I was like, all right, Pat, you can zip it now, bro. Like, we get it. You're being all like puffy and patriotic about it, but you need to shut up at this point because you're being annoying now. Like, and I think it was very clear that Cole knew that he shouldn't be doing that because he kind of just did a little chuckle.
Yeah.
Didn't really reply anytime he brought that up. So yeah, apparently Pat's got some heat for those comments. So I don't know. I'm sure he'll get away with it, and it won't affect him in any way. But
I'll give him a little slap on the wrist.
Yeah, I think they'll. Yeah, I think he probably got backstage and got reamed out. With however Triple H handles those situations, it was like, dude, you can't be doing that. You can't insult the crowd that we just went to, no matter what they're doing. So yeah, I was none too happy myself with Pat. Like I said, the first time he said it, I was cool. I was like, sure, we shot a shot. You shot a shot. Okay, we're even now. And then you doubled down, and then you tripled down. I was like,
yeah,
like, all right, that's enough. But yeah, let's get into the men's Elimination Chamber match. We had John Cena versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest versus Logan Paul. Let's do the same thing for the chamber match. Let's do the prop bets. Let's see how we fared on those.
All right, so we had the first 2 in. We both thought it was going to be Drew and Seth. And it was Drew and Seth.
Fist bump. Nailed that one.
Win. First eliminate. Yeah. First. No, I'm sorry. Last in. You thought it was going to be Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Cena. I think Logan was fourth.
Yeah, he came in mid match.
Was either fourth or fifth. And
he was fourth.
I think Cena was fourth.
No, it came down to Punk and Cena.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
because I remember going,
Punk sixth.
Yeah.
And last entered, we both thought it was going to be Cena. We both thought Cena was going to be in there the shortest amount because of his endurance and
we were incorrect.
Not working, and we were wrong. It was Punk. So we got the first two right, but missed that. No, first eliminated. I'm all mixed up here. First eliminated. Yeah.
Okay.
Last in, you thought it was going to be Logan. I thought it was going to be Cena.
And we both got those wrong.
We both got that wrong. First eliminated, you thought it was going to be Drew.
Yes.
And it was.
You thought it was Priest, I think.
And I thought it was going to be Priest. It was flipped. You thought Priest was going to eliminate Drew. I thought Drew was going to eliminate Priest.
Yeah, but it was
Priest that eliminated Drew.
Was it Priest?
It was Priest.
Wow.
Kind of rolled him up. I think Drew got Cena with the Claymore. He was kind of taunting him, and then Priest came behind and rolled him up.
Yep. I do remember that now. Yep.
And Drew got eliminated first.
Crazy.
It was Drew's obsession that got him eliminated.
Yep.
One sec. Still got this cough.
Yeah, it's all good.
And then last eliminated, we both picked Cena.
Yeah, definitely got that wrong.
We certainly thought when it got down to the last two, we both thought that was going to be who was going to be eliminated. But I thought it was going to be Punk eliminating him, and you thought it was going to be Seth eliminating him.
Yeah.
Boy, were we wrong.
We were very, very wrong.
We were wrong on both. So you got 2 points in the prop bets, and I got one.
All right.
So one and just one.
All right, let's talk about the match itself. So as you stated, it started off with Drew and Seth, which made the most sense to me. I don't know why you picked them, but I picked them simply because they were kind of the longer match veterans of the match.
Pretty much.
It just made sense to me. I was like, you put the guys in there that can go longer. Yep. Cena's not in his prime, so you can't put him first. Punk you want to protect because he's a little fragile. You gotta protect him. He's getting old.
And Priest.
Priests.
Don't
start a match with Priest.
The only person that you would have started Priest with would be Drew.
Drew, yeah. And it didn't make sense to just do that right off the hop, I think. Yeah.
Can I say something, though? The first person to get the entrance, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the original plan to have him come out first.
Okay.
But after the whole thing with the anthem in the beginning, I don't think it was a plan to have him come out with an American flag.
No, I think that was a last minute, which was smart on his choice.
If it was 100% worked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he got booed like crazy, more than normal.
When he first came out without the flag, he got boos, but when he went back and came out with that flag, it was about 10 times louder.
So I don't know. Do you know what Marco Polo is? The app.
Yes. Yeah.
The video app.
Yeah.
So I use that to communicate with some of my friends, and I was recording just as that match had started, before the entrances started, and Logan came out, and I was just showing them what I was watching. So, and it was Logan coming out, and then he went back in and grabbed the American flag. It came out, and then I turned the camera back to me, and I was like, I hate this guy. Save this guy. But yeah, I mean, love him or hate him as a human being, got to respect him in the ring. He gets it. He just gets it, you know.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it was his idea.
No, me either. Yeah, absolutely.
He knows how to get heat.
He knows how to get under people's skin. Absolutely.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Even the young kids, he gets under their skin.
Yep. So yeah, I started out with Drew. Oh, by the way, Cena's pop. Yeah, for his entrance. Huge.
Oh yeah.
Huge. Pop of the night, maybe?
Could be. I mean, that's where he came out last year. Was it Money in the Bank he came out last year?
Yes.
To announce that his retirement in 2025 was going to be his last year. So
yes.
That's
this will probably be the last time Toronto sees him.
Yeah.
So, which, by the way, I very, very much regret not going live to the show.
Oh, yeah.
I could have seen... Well, we'll talk about it later.
Yes.
I missed some great moments, but one key moment in particular that will live on for a very long time. Yeah, great entrances. Let's start with the match, though. I will say, just off the hop, I don't think the men's match was as good as the women's.
Nope, I don't either.
Yeah, I don't think it clicked as well. I thought there was a lot of like doing nothing moments compared to the women's match.
There are more slow points.
Yeah. But it did its job still. I'm not saying it was a bad match, but it definitely could have been more.
It was better than the tag match?
Yeah, it was more entertaining than the tag match, I would say. Which isn't to shit on the tag match, because this tag match was still decent. It just, yeah. Did we give a rating for the tag match? I don't think we did.
5.
Yeah, I mean, for what it was, I'd give it a 6. You know, it was above the average tag team match that you would get. So, you know, it was good. I'm trying to think of highlights from the match. There really weren't a lot of like move highlights in this match. Like, I expected Logan to do something crazy, and he really didn't.
I expected something. Well, he did the frog splash.
Yeah, but he's so nimble.
One,
yeah,
but it was for him to do a frog splash off the top.
Oh, sneezing. Oh no, it's a cough.
For him to do a frog splash off the top, I would have definitely liked to have seen him fly like 3/4 of the way across the ring to do it.
Yeah, it was kind of odd.
Yeah,
I mean, this cage is built for someone like him. He could have done some crazy Spider-Man shit, you know, but he just kind of did nothing crazy. Oh, yeah, I was really hoping, and he botched his what do you call that move that he does, the copy of the buckshot lariat. I don't know if he has a name for that move.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a name for it.
Yeah, he botched that one.
Not really.
He didn't. I thought he caught himself off balance on one knee and then kind of shoulder tackled him instead of a clothesline.
I don't think so.
Huh? I could be wrong, but I remember just seeing it and being like, "Oh, that didn't look great." I think there was one pod moment. I think Cena got rammed through the pod glass, which didn't look great. Cena can't take those kind of moves. I don't know why they picked Cena out of everybody to get smashed through the glass like that.
With Drew or
Priest. Like Drew would have been better, or Priest. Anytime you throw Cena into something, he doesn't make it look good. Like, have you ever seen him go into stairs?
Yeah.
It's so bad. He just pushes them. He goes into them and he's like, ugh. It's like, that doesn't look good, man. Keeps you safe, but doesn't look good. Yeah, they're just, I'm trying to think of crazy moments. There was a lot of story moments, but there wasn't any move moments. So we had the stare down between Cena and Punk.
The hug between
Oh, and the hug.
Cena. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
I missed you.
Yeah,
They said to each other.
Yeah, Cena put out his hand to shake it, and yeah, Punk was like, "Put that away. Come here, bro."
Yeah.
And gave him a hug. I was like, "What? What?"
Which, would break kayfabe and,
Yeah.
a real moment, which is cool. I mean, it
was fun. But like immediately after they hugged, they were like, "Yeah," and then they started fighting at the same time. Like it was an immediate reaction. It was like, "Okay, you guys timed that really well." Because I was like, "Oh, someone's gonna come out of this looking like a heel," and they're like, "Nope." They both immediately started throwing punches after the hug. It was great.
Heel, you say?
Heel, I say, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Drew was eliminated first, and then Priest. Priest got pinned by Logan, I want to say.
Let's see.
I think he was pinned by Logan. Yeah. Yeah, that was the frog splash that he did.
Oh yeah.
Then Punk eliminated Paul with a GTS.
Yep.
So it came down to Punk, Rollins, and Cena. Oh yeah, and Cena and Punk did the heart attack on Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good hometown crowd move. I bet you maybe not 90%, but I bet you like 60% of the crowd had no idea what that was, though.
Yeah.
That's too old for the majority of that crowd to know. I know. I recognized it, and I was like, "Is that the Neidhart?" And
they did mention that on commentary too.
Oh, did they? Yeah. I was so enthralled with like who the hell was going to win this that commentary was almost like non-existent for me. But yeah, what else we got? We had an AA. Punk kicked out of some crazy stuff. They made him look strong in this match.
Kicked out of everything.
Yeah. I was like, wow, they're really building him in this match, which is why I thought he was going to win.
Yeah.
And he didn't. I was like, okay. Yep. And he didn't even tap out.
He didn't even tap out.
He passed out to the SCF.
Yep.
It's like, wow. I mean, given he just got curb stomped, so.
Which he'd already kicked out of it once before, too.
Which he already kicked out of once, yeah. Yeah, so the ending basically saw... How did Rollins get taken out?
Wasn't
oh, yeah.
Heart attack.
Punk hit the GTS on Rollins, and then Cena caught him in an AA and pinned him.
Yeah.
Pinned Rollins, yeah. And then basically the way it ended was, as Rollins was leaving the ring, he curb stomped Punk, and Cena took advantage of it, got him in the STF, and Punk passed out.
Yep.
And that's how it ended. So, what I immediately thought of that win was, wow, they made Punk look really strong in that match, but they kind of made Cena look like a pussy. Which now makes sense in hindsight.
Yeah.
Well, but at the time, I was like... Because he took advantage of that. That's not something Cena normally does. He'd be like, no, I'm going to wait for him to get up, and then we're going to go at it, and it's going to be a fair fight. But he didn't. He looked at Rollins, looked at Punk, and was like, fuck it. And went for it. I was like, that's really not Cena. Like, okay. But then I thought about his comments at the Royal Rumble post show saying, like, what's best for business is I'm in the main event, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to rise to the occasion. I was like, okay, well, it makes sense based on what he was saying.
Oh, and they need to eliminate those two words from being spoken until they make the card for Mania.
What words?
Main event.
Yeah. I mean, clearly Cena and Cody is going to main event, but
right. But we're led to believe that Charlotte and Tiffany is a main event, and Jay and Gunther is a main event because they were guaranteed main event spots.
Which it's very clear at this point that one of those is not main eventing. One of them isn't.
I might say both. I might say
both of them might not be main eventing.
Not going to be a main event.
It's not good. It's not good. We'll see,
And
though.
people
We'll
say,
see.
"Oh, they've got co-main events and multiple main events." I'm like, no,
Yeah. So,
you've got marquee matches, but
but not,
you've
yeah.
got
The main
one
event
main
is the
event
last match of
per
the
night.
night. Exactly. Yeah. So, I have some thoughts on the match. But let's score it first. It's,
6.
yeah. I mean, I'll give it a 7 just because it was exciting and unpredictable. But from a match actual quality standpoint, they could have done a lot better. But the WrestleMania card is now clearly taking shape at this point. We're really seeing what's everything's building to at this point.
Kind of.
I mean, at least for the main stars, clearly now we got Cena, Cody. Clearly now we're getting Punk, Rollins, Roman. That's a real thing. I mean, it's
Roman still has to. I mean, I know
he got taken out by Rollins, and now Punk and Rollins clearly have a beef that they're gonna need to squash. So
yeah,
they're
but
gonna.
Roman hasn't been seen since.
He'll be back for. I mean, what's he gonna? What else is he gonna do? Like what? Like I don't know. Like,
Unless they
shove him into the main event with Cena and Cody,
or unless Rock really is going to be wrestling and
faces
somehow,
Roman,
and he faces Roman somehow.
I mean, I would prefer that.
I mean, I would too.
Yeah,
maybe,
but
Jacob. I don't know. I mean,
yeah. I mean, yeah,
I
I mean, maybe you could be right. It could be just Rollins and Punk. Which makes me
I'm like that because I just don't want to see that many multi-person matches.
Yeah. Also, clearly, we're gonna get Priest and Drew, like was rumored, which is very disappointing. Those two, I feel like, got the raw end of the deal this year.
Yeah.
Like Priest did some heavy lifting in the first half of 2024. Was it first half of 2024? Second half of 20, like
middle half,
whatever that middle half of that year. Yeah,
from Mania until SummerSlam.
It's so weird to look at him too, because like he was on fire when he was doing the Terror Twins thing with Rhea. Like I still to this day remember that moment where Priest appeared behind Liv and Dom up in the stands, and the crowd just fucking went ballistic. Like he looked like Undertaker appearing out of nowhere behind them, and it was like, oh, they're fucking dead. And you look at Priest now, and you're like, what happened to you?
Right,
you got shoved down the card so far. What? It's not fair. And then Drew, it's like Drew had one of the best runs of his career last year, and what came of it?
And
facing Priest
after he came back from Bad Blood and started going through all the OG Bloodline people.
Yeah,
he went through Sammy a couple times. He went through Jimmy, I think.
Yeah,
and
Jimmy.
He lost
Sammy, and yeah,
by roll up on Saturday Night's Main Event to Jay.
And his goal was supposed to get to Roman.
Yeah, his goal was to get to
So that
Roman.
just like got written off. It was like, what were the whole? It was like they didn't have anything for him to do. So like, we'll make up a story. I don't know where it's going to end. Oh, well, we can't really end it because Roman's got to do this other shit.
Yeah,
and it's like both of these guys just got screwed. Yeah, now you got Priest, and it's like, yay, I have Priest in a last-minute made-up feud because he dumped me out on the Rumble and then eliminated me in Mania. It's like, or not Mania, the Elimination Chamber. It's like that's not enough for these guys. And I feel bad for Priest because he's the face in this match, and I don't think he's gonna get like the super cheers. This is gonna be one of those matches where people were like, I'm gonna go for a pee break. Like it sucks.
And it's like, I mean, when we went down the card to make our card for Mania,
yes,
there were. I mean, we tried to get most every title on the show, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And if they're going to try to stick to 7 matches a night, there's not many matches that aren't for a title.
Yeah,
So
did we
he could,
have...
I mean, he could really be off the card.
I think we didn't have Priest on the card at all.
No, we didn't have Priest on the card.
We did have Drew in there with Logan versus Jay and Jimmy, but that's obviously not going to
But that
happen
was
because...
essentially just to try to get him on the card.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take an updated look at that card actually at the end of the show. I want to do that just to see where we're at. All right. Yeah. So clearly we're moving towards Drew and Priest. Logan, I have no idea what he's doing because you and I think we're in pretty similar agreement that it was probably going to be Cena Logan.
The streets are saying it might be him and AJ.
Yeah, they had a couple of they exchanged words a couple times on a few shows.
If it's not money,
I mean,
I don't mind that, but make it for a title.
Yeah, I mean, I guess take away Nakamura out of the what is it? US? Is he US champion?
US, yeah.
Yeah, take that away from him, give it back to Logan, and have them face with AJ, I guess. But like,
he's going up against LA Knight next week.
Is it just me, or does AJ always get like? Has AJ become like the Randy Orton of like his era, where he always gets this like weird match on the card, or like Kane?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Where it's like he's on the card, but like he should be higher. It's like,
yeah. I mean, last year it was LA Knight.
Yeah, and he faced Jericho at the first one where he lost. I think he faced Orton at one point.
Nakamura 1 year.
Nakamura 1 year, which didn't go very well.
The match was great.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember it being very good. But we'll get into that in our WrestleMania ranked episode.
Ooh, yeah.
Episodes.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't wait for that. Yeah. Who else was in this match?
Logan.
Yes, we got Logan, Priest.
Drew,
yeah, so we've got everybody. So we've pretty much. It seems pretty nailed down what everyone's doing. In this match. So let's move on to quote the main event.
The aftermath.
The aftermath of the main event. So immediately following the men's elimination chamber match with Cena standing tall, Cody Rhodes comes out to congratulate him.
Ton of fireworks too.
Yes, he did.
He got more than Cody.
Yes, he did. Yeah, that win was significant for him. In more ways than one. Yeah, Cody comes out, does the old handshake with Cena. They raise their hand, and then Rock's music hits, which for some reason transforms into the Fiend WrestleMania theme song. And Travis Scott comes out, which was weird.
Yep.
And then it transforms back into the Rock's music, and the Rock comes out to a huge pop. And then they both walk to the ring. Travis Scott and The Rock walk to the ring.
Apparently, Travis is playing a bigger role than just coming out last night.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. I have some things to say about that.
Yeah.
So Travis Scott and Rock come out, and Rock does his typical let the crowd calm down before he starts talking thing. And he doesn't talk for very long. He goes into a quick speech of, "This is your moment, Cody. Are you gonna
I'm gonna open my arms and you're gonna walk right into him.
You're gonna walk right into him, and
or whatever it was.
This is your last chance, and if you say no, I will kill your dreams, or
your dream will die again.
Will die again. Yeah. And then we wait, and then Cody speaks and says,
You want
my soul is no, he says, my soul is no longer mine.
Anymore.
Yeah, my soul is no longer mine. And that's because it belongs to this ring, and has belonged to this ring and these people for a very long time. Or he gave his soul to the ring and these people a long time ago. And then he does something that absolutely blew my, my friggin' mind and goes, "Hey, Rock, go fuck yourself."
And that
And they didn't beep it.
That right there is, to me, why they bleep it every time. It's in a chant, on TV, that they bleep it. Is so when Cody says it in that one time and they don't bleep it, it has that much more effect.
Couldn't believe it.
Nope.
Couldn't believe that was said. That's the first time on purpose that an F shot has been said in WWE history. And it was from a face.
From the face.
The face of the company said it.
Yep.
That would be like John Cena saying it back in the day. It would just make no sense. But it would have been amazing. And it was amazing. The whole crowd was just blown away. And Cena's in the background going like, "Oh yeah, mother, yeah."
And then even like on TikTok, on WWE's TikTok account, on their Twitter account, they don't bleep it.
Yeah, they don't bleep it.
Nope.
I'm wondering if this is their like official foray into TV PG-14 or whatever
TV-14.
TV-14. Like, I'm wondering if that was like the launch pad for doing that, or if this is just another thing like they did last year, where because The Rock swore last year, but they didn't. They did bleep it.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, I think he said shit a couple times too, and they bleeped it.
Yeah. And I mean, and then even in the press conference afterwards, they bleeped out, or they muted
the footage.
No, they muted, like when Triple H had said "fuck" or when The Rock, when he was out there saying that stuff too. They bleeped it in the press conference, but
interesting.
But they didn't do it when Cody did
for the show. Yeah. So clearly everyone knew it was going to happen, and it was planned that way.
Yeah.
But the question remains: is this a new step towards a new style of show, a more mature style of show, or if this is just it's WrestleMania season, anything goes.
I think it was just that added effect.
More impact to it.
Yeah.
There's the crowd and Rock just sits in stunned silence, and Cody just kind of keeps looking around, and then Cena comes in for a bro hug with Cody to thank him, and then my heart sunk. I saw Cena look over at The Rock and gave him a look, and I was like, no, that's not happening. And then The Rock did the old, and I was like, no fucking way.
They're really doing it.
I'm like, no. And then Cena's like, yeah, man, it's all good to Cody, and then kicks him in the nuts. And then it's over. It's over. The crowd's just, what is happening? Yep. What is happening right now?
Stunned silence.
I wish. So you and I talked about it afterwards. We wish we had done a watch party just for that moment alone. I wish I had recorded my own face. I should have known something was coming. But yeah, my jaw was literally on the floor. I was like I couldn't believe it. My brain was like processing. It was did they just do unreal. That? So yeah, John Cena proceeds to grab some brass knuckles.
No,
from
it
somewhere.
Was Cody's watch. It was Cody's gold Rolex.
Oh yes, his gold Rolex. Yeah, puts it around his fist and pops old Cody in the face. Takes his title and busts him open, rips his shirt off, lays a beating on him, holds him down with Travis Scott's help, which we'll get into in a second. And then The Rock, gets his belt out that he had made for Cody, the Cody's soul, and whips him. And they leave him in a bloody mess. And the world is stunned. I was stunned.
And it's not
I couldn't
just
believe it.
The wrestling world.
No.
ESPN. It was.
The man who's done over the most Make-A-Wishes in history just turned into a bad guy.
Yeah. Something, honestly, that he wanted to do so many years ago.
So long ago.
And that he was ready to do. They had everything already for him, but one person kept saying no, and obviously that one person's no longer there.
Thank fuck he's gone, man, so we can see stuff like this. This is what wrestling's all about, is moments like that just shock. Like, nobody saw that coming. There may have been people out there that were like, oh, wouldn't it be great if Cena accepted the Rock's? But that's not going to happen.
They're not going to turn Cena heel in his last year. No, they'll never do that.
And then in that one moment when Cena gave him that look, everyone went, oh no.
Oh my God, they're doing it. That's exactly what I thought. Oh my God, they're actually doing it.
I
cannot believe this. They're doing it.
So a bunch of things that I'm very curious about, if following this. So I guess we're getting heel Cena versus face Cody for the title at Mania. I'm assuming that we're going to get a new theme for Cena.
They have to do a new theme. Then they've got to do new gear.
Yeah, new gear.
Come out in the same. I mean, if you want to make them black jean shorts, sure.
Yeah, black shorts.
If it has to be shorts, make them black.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, black shorts and
black Posturepedic shoes.
I wouldn't even be surprised if he shaves his head. To be honest with you, he's already like half bald. Just get rid of it, dude.
Only thing that I think would keep him from doing that is if it's for some movie role that he's in the middle of filming. Which
is one thing we should talk about, is that it's been confirmed that he's not going to show up until March 17th because he's finishing his final role before he goes on this full farewell tour. Jesus, I couldn't get that out. Once he's done this movie, then his schedule is basically clear. He's good. So we have, let's see, what's the date today? We have 2 Raws that he will not be on. Or SmackDowns, I guess. 2 SmackDowns he won't be on. Although
he's confirmed for Raws.
Okay, so that means that Cody's going to be on Raw. They're probably going to focus all the big storylines on Raw, which makes sense.
It doesn't matter to you because it's all on Netflix, but here in the States, it's Netflix.
Yeah. Man, there's so much to think about here. Yeah, so he's got to have a new theme, new gear, new look, new entrance. The other question is, will The Rock be with him all the time now until Mania? That's another question. Or is Cena just on his own now and he's going to be a heel, and like is that what's that partnership look like? And then the other question is, why did they have to bring Travis Scott into this? I hate that so much. Not needed at all. He wasn't needed. Why? What does he add to this? Nothing.
The music. He did, obviously, part of the Rocks. I read that he actually does Cena's music now. That theme is Travis Scott produced. I don't know if that's true or not.
Which theme?
The one that he does now.
The Rock's theme?
No, Cena's.
My Time Is Now? No.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe you're saying maybe he was the producer of My Time Is Now back in the day. Oh, that's possible.
He may do John Cena's theme. Yeah.
John Cena. Yeah, maybe. John Cena. Yeah, I really don't want to see him involved in matches and stuff like that. I mean, I get it. They like to get celebrities involved in WrestleMania and stuff like that, but he's not needed there, man. He's just not. Have him do a concert at Mania and that's fine, but in a storyline where you already have epic star power, you have Cody, Rock, and Cena. Travis just doesn't look. He just doesn't look important at all. He looks like someone who shouldn't be there.
Yeah. Actually, for a theme, you know what I think they should do?
What?
Say Def Rebel. You got one last chance. Make a banger for Cena, or you're fired.
I would just prefer they were fired. That's just
I knew you'd
let
say
them be
something like
fired.
that.
Yeah, fuck them. It's over. I mean, they already have wrestlers that are openly against Def Rebel. Like Bailey comes out all the time in interviews and she's like, "Hey, you love my music?
You've got commentary
Yeah, it's shit, eh?"
crapping on it too.
Who? Commentary?
Commentary, yeah.
Yes, they do, don't they?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, they did at the Rumble. They were like, "Oh, I couldn't recognize who that was."
Yeah,
there's
seems to be a theme or something like that.
Seems to be a theme today. Yeah. That was awesome. I was like, okay. Like, I can't believe Def Rebel just doesn't say, okay, we can end the contract early. You guys don't need to continue to shit on us. We'll bow out, all right? Like,
I'd be okay if he came back out to basic thugonomics.
I thought about that. I don't think he will.
No, because they'd have to bring back that character for that.
Not even that, but I just think it's youth Cena. You know what I'm saying? Like it's early Cena. It feels like young Cena. I think they need what I would like to see is so you know how with The Rock they did the Hollywood theme?
Yeah.
Which is basically like a dark remix of his theme. Do that for My Time Is Now. Or just dark remix the shit out of that into a villain style theme. Different lyrics, but it starts off the same with the and then it like something and then a twist comes in and it's like
kind of like what they did with New Day.
Yeah, like they could do that. I'd love to hear like just an evil version. Or what's another good comparison is Bray Wyatt's theme. So when he was, I know you don't like Bray Wyatt. I know, but like when he was regular Bray Wyatt,
I think I'm already recovering from the Wyatt sickness. I don't want to get it again. I think that's what my cough is.
His hillbilly theme, the Wyatt family theme, and then when he came in as the Fiend, that remix was sick. To go from that theme to his new character was like, oh, it's the same character, but it's fucking evil. It's super evil. It's like, do something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't wait, but the problem is it's 3 weeks away. we won't know. Maybe they're not done the theme song yet, so they're like, shit. Well, we got 3 weeks, Def Rebel. Put something together. Who knows? But I hope it's great. I hope whatever it is good.
I hope so too.
So my only critique about this spot was Travis Scott.
I don't know if it was planned, but he slapped the monkey piss out of Cody. I don't know if it was a punch or a slap or what, but
so it wasn't planned, but when Rock talked about this in the post press conference. But when he was coming out with Travis Scott, he was like, dude, go out there. If you're feeling it, do something. Just go with the flow. I got your back. Do it. If you feel like slapping this bitch, slap that motherfucker. And that's exactly what he did.
I hope Cody knew it was coming though, because that would piss me off. I don't know if he didn't elaborate on that particular specific. The belt,
but Cody's professional though.
He is, but the belt whips, those are coming from The Rock.
You can prepare for them. Yeah,
Cena's going to give you stuff, right? They can do that. But
I would say, Scott, yeah.
If Travis Scott gets me with something that I don't know is coming, that's going to piss me off.
I would say he didn't know, actually, and here's why. If you rewatch it, because I don't think Cena knew either. If you rewatch it, when Cena is holding down Cody from his legs, or however he was doing that, Travis Scott was holding up Cody's head and like trash talking him, and then Cena grabbed Cody by the back of the neck and was like forcefully pushing him back down, almost as if to say to Travis, he's got to go down. We got to do the belt slap, bro.
Yeah.
And then that's when he slapped him, and I was like, okay, yeah, that wasn't in the cards. Yeah, just I really hope that the Travis Scott thing was just a one-time only deal, because like I just don't care. I just don't care about him. He's not important at any. It doesn't mean anything for him to be there for me. But otherwise, one of the maybe the most insane moments since Taker lost the streak. Most shocking moments since he lost the streak. Can you think of another one that was as shocking as that moment? Where you're that stunned and taken off guard.
No,
I can't think of anything. It's on that level.
I can't.
Yeah, crazy.
If I have to think that hard, then no.
Yeah. I mean, there's been moments that are amazing, but not ones that you didn't see coming. And that's the beauty of wrestling when you are actually able to shock people. That's the beauty of wrestling. So
it is.
Props to everyone involved. Can't wait to see what Cena does with his heel gimmick. Like, is he gonna do some raps? Is he just gonna do a whole new character? Is he dressing differently? What's his theme gonna be? So many questions. And we didn't even talk about the story. So holy shit, we got heel Cena going against face Cody. Who do you think's gonna win at this point in time?
It has to be Cena.
No. It's got to be Cody at this point.
It has to be heel Cena.
Here's why I think it's going to be Cody. I think what's going to happen over the course of his farewell tour is he's going to be a bad guy, but slowly as his farewell tour goes on, thoughts and dreams are going to creep into his head, and he's going to start to miss the old Cena. And people around him are going to start to coerce him and being like, dude, what are you doing? And that's going to just plague on his mind over the next 10 months before he eventually goes, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I could be Super Cena. I could be my old self again. And then he's going to win the title.
Nope. I say no.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Nope. Got to win. He's got to win.
I just don't really want to see a heel Cena win the 17th. I don't know.
Want to see Cody win.
Oh, well, I mean, that I can understand. I just don't think it's the time for Cena to win it. I think what will end up happening, which makes me sad to say, but what I think is going to end up happening is Randy's actually going to beat Kevin at Mania, which will lead to a Randy Cody feud. Randy will eventually win the title from Cody. We'll get Randy versus Cena for the title when Cena actually comes back around to being a face, and he'll win the title, and that's how they'll celebrate it.
I think after Mania we'll get Punk and Cena fighting for the title.
I mean, I'd love that. I'd kill for that. That'd be sick. That'd be amazing.
But we can revisit the Summer of Punk.
Summer of Punk.
2011.
Yeah. I also think, though, that means Punk's going to lose, though, if that's the case. And I don't want to see that either. I want to see him grab that title at some point. I don't know. There's so many ways they can book this stuff, so we'll have to wait and see.
And that's the beauty of it, is we don't know where. It's not that easily predictable.
Yeah, especially with the like Jay and Gunther. I mean, I'm skeptical that Jay's going to win it, actually, at this point. I don't know. And I'm also and who, if they end up doing the triple threat Punk Rollins Roman match, who do you say wins that? And why are they fighting? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like, what do they get out of that? Or maybe it ends up being like a number one contenders thing, where it's like the winner of this match faces whoever wins at Mania. They could do that. But yeah, still a lot of questions, but I think the picture is becoming less fuzzy towards Mania.
Less fuzzy, yeah.
It's
not clear, but it's less fuzzy.
Yeah, I would agree. All right. How do we do on predictions?
No.
For that. and then overall.
Let me see if I can find some more points for myself real quick.
Uh-oh, is it that bad?
I'm just making sure everything's right. Yeah, that Roxanne.
I think I won by 1. I think. Or it was a tie.
Cena won. Fuck said no. Yes. No. 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 Yes. No. Oh, and did Cody accept the offer? That was our last question.
Right.
And we both said no.
Yeah.
Not only no, but go fuck yourself. No.
Not only no, but go fuck yourself, Rock. Yeah. That was awesome. I could watch that over and over again.
I have.
Hey, Rock.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Watched it a few times.
I've watched the mashups on YouTube of people reacting to it. It's just so funny. Hey, Rock. Go fuck yourself.
All right. So,
that's awesome.
In the women's chamber match,
okay,
I got 5 points. You got 4 points.
Okay.
The women's tag match, we both got 4 points.
Okay.
The KO Sammy match, I got 2 points. You got 3 points.
Okay.
And in the men's chamber match, I got 1 point. You got 2 points. Oh, wait. I got 2 points. You got 3 points.
Oh, okay.
Because it was 1 point per person for the first two.
For the first two, yeah.
Which is what we both got.
And then we got 1 point for the Cody prediction.
Oh, yeah. 1 point for the Cody predictions.
Yeah.
And then you got 1 point for the Drew, which I did not.
Right.
Plus 1, 2, 3. So, by a score of 15 to 14, your winner. And
1 point.
Champion.
Thanks, Drew.
Drew McIntyre won it for you.
Thanks, Drew. I hate to see you lose, but I'd love to see this stay on my shoulder. Although...
When's trivia again? I got to defend that again.
When is trivia again? I don't think it's for a while.
It's not for a while.
Yeah, March 27th, the week of March 27th. We'll do more trivia.
Is that 3 in a row or 4 in a row for you? For picks?
Didn't do one for World's End. So I won the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, Bad Blood, and Survivor Series. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm ready for another AEW pay-per-view so I can win. Sheesh.
Well, there's one next week.
Yes.
So I'll be definitely losing that because I haven't watched AEW since October. So that's going to be a crapshoot for me. Absolute crapshoot. I am watching World's End. I'm in the process of watching World's End. So, I'm getting somewhat up to date, but even that was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. Yeah. So we will be back later this week. We did sort of a bonus episode. We normally would split or combine this with predictions for AEW Revolution. But we wanted to get our thoughts out for Elimination Chamber since it was so crazy.
And honestly, we were kind of able to give it more time to talk about it.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like we had to rush through it. So I'm glad we were able to do this, work this in.
Yeah, we're at an hour 40. So if we were going to start the AEW Revolution predictions, this would be a long show.
And chances are, it's I haven't checked the full card again yet, but it's probably going to be a good 10 card or 10 match
10
card.
matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always have a lot of matches. That is for damn sure. Yeah, that's for damn sure. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, one thing I did want to state is WWE, I think you screwed up with your trip to Toronto. I think you overpriced your tickets because the Rogers Center can hold north of 60,000 people, and you only got 38K. There is a very clear reason for that. Your tickets were way too high. Ticket prices were way too high. Don't know why. Don't know why you did that. Don't know why you did that. There was a lot of seats still left open. They did a pretty damn good job of hiding them though, because it didn't look like it on TV. But if you look on Ticketmaster, And you don't even need to look on Ticketmaster. You can tell by the number because they gave the number during the show, which was 38,000 and change.
So according to WrestleTix, they were set up for 30, and this was, what time was this tweeted? At Showtime last night, 37,296 was the setup.
Which doesn't make any sense to me because that stadium holds 55,000 people. So why was it only set up for 37,000?
Right.
Unless it was set up for that because they knew they didn't sell the rest of the tickets.
I don't know.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they like. Although I don't know how you can reconfigure stands. Like they're kind of like it's a baseball stadium, so like.
And
I don't understand
they probably had 5,000 on the floor.
Yeah, exactly. 55,000 I think doesn't include floor seating because it's a baseball stadium. So I'm pretty sure. Well, let's see. WrestleMania 18 crowd attendance. Let me see what
Probably
that was.
60,000.
Yeah, it was 68,000 people.
Yeah.
So like, and that had less room because they had a huge stage and a walkway.
Right.
So why was there only 38,000 people at the same venue? Something doesn't make sense there, guys. I think they just overpriced their tickets and people just were not ready to pay that much for it. So I think they screwed up there. Didn't set any records or anything. They were just like, yeah, we had 38,000 people. It's like cool, but you could have had a lot more.
Yeah, it seemed like they could have.
That was one of the deterrents for why I didn't go was the cost. Yep. I still would have gone, but downtown Toronto, leaving downtown Toronto at 11:30 at night wasn't really high on my safety list. So that was the main reason I didn't go because I would have had to take the train. So it's like
yeah, when something's down at the arena in Atlanta, that's how I would go, to take the train and leave it
sketchy.
11:30, 12 o'clock, midnight on a Saturday night is not that
sketchy.
Great. Yep.
Yeah. And yes, for all of the Americans out there who think that Canada is a blissful paradise of nice people,
all I had to see was the national anthem.
yeah, exactly. Now you know that this is not a paradise you think it is. Downtown Toronto has gotten scary over the years. Unfortunately, lots of gang activity, and it's basically our version of New York, for all intents and purposes. So, I wouldn't want to be downtown New York at midnight. It'd be a little scary. So that's why I didn't go. But I do regret not going because, man, what a moment that would have been. Like for me to be able to say I was there for that. It's cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So everybody who went, congratulations! You were there for a moment in history. That's what wrestling is all about. So congrats to everybody. So great show, and still your predictions champion.
Yeah,
TJ Leo. I will be defending this next week for AEW Revolution, where I will probably lose it.
We'll see.
Because you know a little bit more about AEW than I shouldn't say a little bit. You know a lot more about AEW than I do. I couldn't tell you who's like in the main event or like anything right now. Couldn't tell you anything. No idea.
Dean Ambrose and Edge. I mean, John Moxley and Adam Cope.
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 The Cope dope. All right. Well, this has been Wrestling Renaissance, the Elimination Chamber results and review episode. If you want to check me out, I am TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
I am Cole 2K, CULL letter 2, number 2 letter K.
Number 2
letter K.
letter 2 number K. And if you want to email us, you can do so at co.op.podcast@gmail.com. As we said, we'll be back next week. But for now, we out.